What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd bring you a quick haul of the week. It's been a very crazy week, very tiring week, but I was glad to get out last weekend when I could, and today to do a little toy hunting, and I found a couple of things that I was happy with. But first, I'm going to show you some of the comic books that I picked up. So I did pick up, I have them put away because I was doing some toy photography, but I did pick up that Marvel Legends Capcom versus Street Fighter cable. I didn't know that that was the Capcom versus Street Fighter cable, but I picked it up, and I've been wanting to get into cable for a while. So I went to, my favorite comic book shop, Beyond Comics in Frederick, Maryland, and I was trying to look for maybe a good cable comic book to start off from, but I really didn't know. So I went through some of their catalog of X-Force, and I was able to actually find the first 5 issues of X-Force. So I'm gonna go through them to see how it is first before I get like the omnibus or the epic collection. So I was actually able to find the first issue of X-Force, and it actually comes with 2 trading cards, which is kind of awesome. Now, this is not like mint unsealed. It, somebody did reseal it, but I'm gonna take this out and put it in a protective plastic boarding that I bought a bunch of. I usually buy a bunch of these when I go. They're like 35 cents. So I usually buy a bunch of those for some of the loose comics when I get them. So I have the first issue right here. Then I have issue number 2. It's called The Blood Hunters. Looks like Deadpool is in this one. It says Deadpool's back. Got that right there. We also have X-Force number 3. This one looks like it has Shadowstar and the Juggernaut. It says Among Us walks the Juggernaut. This one I'm gonna have to put in the backing. See Shadowstar, and I think that's Cable. Got Spider-Man. Forgot some of this. Domino. It's been so long since I read on these characters, and this is kind of awesome. This takes me back to Toys R Us back in the day. Actually has the old school Toy Biz line, and when I usually go to my local toy shop, I usually see I have a couple of Toy Bizes, but I have mostly the Cable Toy Biz characters. But I think if the Marvel Legends weren't so good, I probably would have jumped down that rabbit hole of Toy Biz, but I can't even get into that. That's like another rabbit hole I would not want to jump into, but it's pretty dope to see that they still have those around. And then of course we have X-Force number 4. I think this looks like it's drawn by Todd McFarlane. I think all of them are drawn by Todd McFarlane. I think it's Todd McFarlane and Rob Liefeld. I think these Rob Liefeld. This one looks more like, because I'm looking at the way the Spider-Man is drawn and Cable, but I don't see Todd's name anywhere. But we have Spider-Man, Cable. I think that's Wolfsbane. I'm not sure. I think I seen her figure recently. That looks like a dope cover. You can see that. That's pretty dope. And then we got X-Force issue 5. Looks like we got the Brotherhood Reborn. Do someone remember the Brotherhood? We have that looks like Pyro, the Blob, and I forgot what the pterodactyl. I think it's Cyron is his name, and I forgot these 2 other characters. Kind of looks like a leprechaun at the bottom. So I'll be reading that just to catch up to see if I like it. Then I'll go fully invested into X-Force and keep reading into that. And I know that since I've gotten the new Marvel Legends, I want to get that Ultimate Miles Morales, and I have the Centurions or whatever it was, but I do want to get that Marvel Legends Warlock that comes with the Infinity Gauntlet, because I saw that they were selling a couple of these, and this is the collector's, it says it's a collector's item. This is the first issue. It says the aftermath of the Infinity Gauntlet, and it's Warlock number 1. So I'll probably look through that. It looks like it's the original. Yeah, just because normally when they re-release these, there's a certain section in the comic book shop where they re-release these like the original, but it normally has like the up, they'll put like 2025 somewhere, and it'll say like $4.99 or something, like these back in the day were like has the price $175. So that's pretty awesome to have. And this came out in '91. And I like how the new Marvel Legends Warlock comes with the Infinity Gauntlet glove. So I'm thinking of ordering that as well from GameStop. And I was also able to find, I definitely wanted to pick this up. This is the first print of The Last Ronin. So this sent me back $120, but this is something that I definitely needed to add to my collection. So at some point, I hope to get this autograph signed. So that's pretty awesome. I still have yet to read it. I have the whole graphic novel series, but I have yet to read it. But I know a little bit about it. I haven't even read like the other series that came before it. So yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to read it, so that way I can read the prequel, as you will. It's not coming to mind which one it is. If I remember, I'll post it somewhere on this video. I think that's where the other figures that I got from the other Turtles, where, well, I don't want to spoil it in case you guys haven't seen it yet. But yeah, I decided to get that, or The Lost Years, that's what it's called. So probably after I read this, I'll go back and read The Lost Years, which is the events before The Last Ronin. And then I know they have the events after The Last Ronin, and at some point they do have new Turtles with an older April O'Neil and an older Casey Jones and Casey Jones' daughter. And I do know that they're coming out with a new Night Watcher Casey Jones, which I'm on the lookout for, and I'm hoping that it hits this area soon so I can add it to the Night Watcher Turtles that I already have. So these are my pickup. And I also picked up, since Thunderbolts is coming out next week, I didn't even know it was coming out so quick, and I'm actually looking forward to watching it. And it actually got me interested in wanting to know about Sentry more. But when I was looking up Sentry, I was getting a lot of information on Dark Avengers, and I was close to getting the Epic Collection of Dark Avengers, but I didn't pull the plug because there's some, like I said, I want to catch up on the X-Force right now. I still want to catch up on the what do you call it, Secret Wars. I'm not in a rush with Secret Wars. I think I'm going to read the original from the 80s first, then I'm going to read the new one, because the new movie is not going to come out till next year anyway. So I'm going to take my time, but since Thunderbolts is coming out next week, I'm going to read this one. Picked up the Thunderbolts, the Saga of Winter Soldier. So I'm going to start reading this as well. And it looks like they even had one of Yelena, which I haven't seen at the comics shop. So I don't know if each Thunderbolt is going to get their own, but this might just be, I don't know if this is one complete story or just several stories of Bucky, but I'm definitely gonna start reading up on this, and maybe, that'll give me kind of a better idea of what I should be in store for. But I know they're not gonna stick to the story 100%, especially when it comes to Sentry. And I don't know if I showed this on my last video, but I seen this hitting a lot of the targets, which is the Professor X. And I do have the Professor X in the chair, which I bought from my comic shop. I had no idea that they were re-releasing that and it was gonna show up at every GameStop, but I still paid the same price anyway, so it doesn't even matter. I'm just glad I finally got a Professor X. And I was also trying to look for comics based on the Savage Land series, but I know Rogue has her own series, and I think the only thing I was finding is X-Men in the animated series. I believe they had an episode where they went there, so I don't know if there's a dedicated comic. I think I saw a few on Amazon, so I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna look more into it before I start even experimenting with that. But I'm gonna see which because it doesn't say here which comic series this Professor X is from, but I'm pretty sure it's from a throwback series. So I'm gonna see if they're gonna come out with more figures, but I'm gonna see which comic line this is based out of so I can pick it up and start reading it at some point. Of course, I'm just trying to pace myself with some of these comics. Oh, I also picked up, because I love trading cards, and that's something I used to be into when I was in junior high school. They had the Marvel Flair collecting cards, and I do have some old school Marvel cards that I picked up a while ago, but I have those boxed up, and I haven't been able to find old school cards. But I went to GameStop, and the only places I've seen trading cards was in Target. I didn't know GameStop was selling trading cards too. So I saw that they had the Secret Wars box set. So I already bought one box set and took those out, put them in my folder where I have my cards in. So I decided to buy another one, and I saw that they actually have an Infinity Gauntlet box set of trading cards. So I'm gonna look at these. Hopefully I don't get too many repeats. If not, then I'm not gonna buy anymore, because before they used to give you like the little checklist cards so you can see how many. So I don't even know how many cards are in this series. It doesn't even tell you, or unless it does, and I haven't even read it. But I would like to get some of these special autograph cards that they say it's in the series. I don't know if you can see with the glare. If you want to pause it and read it. But after that, I'm done with this video, I'm gonna crack these open and kind of like put these together, put these in order so I can put them in my binder. So I thought that was cool. And it has a lot of art, since I'm trying to get back into drawing. So there's a lot of pictures that I want to slowly get back into drawing. And when I was in Target today, I'm not a big Motu collector. I have a couple of them, but I had my eye on this one for a while. But it's like, it's cool. Like, I'm not the type that says, oh, this thing, it looks like it sucks, but if it's cheap, then all of a sudden I pick it up. I know there's some people that do that, but there's some stuff where it's like, it's cool, but if it was at a decent price, I'd get it. But because I'm not like a hardcore collector, I'll pass unless it's really on sale. And this was $9, because I think it went from like 50 or 40, and then eventually I think it was like 30, and then it went down to 15. And then today I was just happened to be walking and I saw it for 9, and I was like, you know what, let me just pick it up, and I'm definitely gonna take him out the box and do some figure photography for him, with him. And it was the Prince Adam and Cringer 2-pack. So I thought that was pretty dope. So this was a good deal. So I thought this was a really good 2-pack, but like, again, I'm not a big Motu collector, but this was something that it would be like in my anonymous, not anonymous, but you know, my miscellaneous like shelf of like 80s or 90s cartoons, you know, He-Man. So I have maybe 2 or 3 other He-Mans that I like that I'm gonna keep in my collection. But like I said, I'm not a big Motu, but this was a good pack that when I seen it, I was like, oh, that's awesome, I would like to pick it up. But I played the waiting game, and $9, you can't beat that. So I decided to just grab it, because I know each Target has different sales, and some places still have 15. And I was like, I was gonna pull the trigger before, but I just did it. And then I saw it for 9. I was like, yeah, it's not gonna go any lower than that. So decided to pick that up. And just to be random, when I was in my comic shop also, I picked up doubles of these magnets for the fridge. Actually, I picked up doubles because I'm gonna put them on my mini fridge at work in my office. So I got the G.I. Joe, looks like the #1 cover from Marvel. So I got that. And then I have the Transformers logo, which is the Autobots. And then of course I have Optimus Prime. So I'll probably put that on my little portable fridge at work. I'll probably start collecting more of these too. My fridge was just looking too plain and depressing, so I decided, I saw that, I was like, oh, let me pick something up. I'll probably, like if I go to FYE, I'll probably start collecting more and more magnets, just random stuff. Maybe Power Rangers and maybe more He-Man or Marvel, whatever. I think that's it. Oh, I did purchase, for the first time I played Shredder's Revenge. I've had it sitting for so long, but I bought this cool controller that lets you change the faceplate. So I bought the Shredder Revenge cover for it, so that was pretty dope. The game is fun. It is a button masher, and my hands have been killing me. And my hands have still been hurting since I've been at the gun range on Monday, and my hands are hurting like crazy. So playing a button masher did not help. So I played one level so far, and it was like on easy, and it was still killing me. But it's a fun game, so I'll probably continue playing that later. Now, next thing I got, I was at Walmart today, and I was extremely happy with what I found. So I did, well, continuing with the Transformer movie series, I did find another Transformers Dark of the Moon, and I did find Wheeljack, who turns into a Mercedes. So again, Dark of the Moon is my favorite Transformers movie. So I hope that they keep on coming out consistently with these Transformers. So I would like to collect as many of them as I can. Hopefully they come out with a Megatron and a Optimus Prime. I don't know if they are, but I'm still waiting. But so far so good that they're releasing that. So that was pretty dope. And I was extremely happy because I thought these were just gonna be like a ringside exclusive. And I'm a huge Sting fan, Sting the wrestler. And you know, one regret is not getting the original 97 Crow Sting, which I do have, but it's a used open box. It was a Lucy that I bought for like $60, but I wish I had gotten it mid-in box, which I could imagine how much it cost. But I was able to get the Ultimate Edition, or whichever one they call from AEW, in box. I got two of them because I'd love for one to get signed. So, and I was just lucky to find two of these. So I was able to find an AEW Luminaries Rare 1 of 3,000 Sting when he was with the Blade Runners. So that was when he first started off with Ultimate Warrior, and they were the Blade Runners. So that's awesome. So he comes with the glasses, the black face paint, the alternate head. Comes with multiple hands. Of course, we got the back art, and this is series 11, number 89. So I was hyped when I saw that, but I was even more hyped when I saw finally I was able to add a face paint blonde-haired flat top Sting. It's hard to come by because the ones that I believe were released by, you know, but Mattel back in the day, a couple of years ago, WWE, and they haven't released any in a while. So you can kind of see the Scorpion on the side of the pants. So again, it has kind of like the same alternate heads and the same hands as the Blade Runner Sting. And he has the blue face paint, which is pretty awesome. And we have the back art. So that was pretty dope. And these were at one of the Walmarts that aren't that great in Frederick, Maryland, but I just saw these sitting back to back, and my plan is these are like rare figures that I'll buy two of to leave one in box and leave one out, and probably buy a protective covering for them. And I just want these to, you know, display, like I said. And hopefully if I can, you know, God willing, he stays with us some longer. So while longer, I would love to get these autographed by Sting himself, just like I would like to get at least one of my Hogan figures also autographed. I would love to go to Hogan's Beach House in Florida too, just to get the experience, because I heard it's really nice over there, and maybe go while he's there and get some stuff autographed. But love that I picked these up. And also, when I was at my comic shop, forgot to show you guys this while I was showing you the graphic novels. I got I guess this is my first hot toy, but it's not a toy, even though it is a toy. But I got the War Machine Mark II 1/4 scale collectible bust. So War Machine is one of my favorite characters. I just love the aesthetics of War Machine. I think he looks really dope. So I had my eye on this for a while every time I went, and I believe he lights up. I don't know if his eyes lights up, but I think his forgot what you call the power generator thing in the middle, but I believe that lights up, because when I was reading it, it says something about charging the batteries. But I'm gonna leave this in my office, so that's gonna be pretty dope. So I'll probably take this out of box and leave them on my shelf, because I have a little Funko Captain America shelf, which I'll show you the other thing that I picked up as well. So I decided to get this since I have like a little area in my office with Captain America. I did get the Sam Wilson Captain America Funko. So I decided to just get the statue while I was at GameStop. So I'm gonna take him out and I'm gonna put him on my little shelf at work with the other Captain Americas, just to keep the aesthetic the same. And obviously he comes with the trading card inside, and I'm gonna also put that in my trading card book album, so I thought that was pretty dope. So I'm gonna put that there. And last but not least, I have some mail call from Walmart. Now, this is the first time I've ever ordered something from Walmart, and I've always seen that people have issues ordering stuff from Walmart, but I think it's mostly the stuff that people pre-order, because I always hear people complaining about how things get delayed or how it gets canceled or how it never comes. But I just happen to, of course, you know, you get all these ads on Instagram, so I saw that they send me a lot of toy ads. So I am trying to build my rogues gallery for the Spider-Man animated series, and I forgot about this character, and it was on sale, and I'm like, I'm definitely gonna pick him up. I'm surprised they still have him. But before I show you him, I also picked up the Secret Empire graphic novel, which I haven't read yet, but I did not know that they came out with a Captain America action figure, and I was like, I need to pick this up. So it says, acting as a sleeper agent, an altered version of Captain America leads a secret army intent on taking over the USA in the name of Hydra. Okay, so I figured, because of the way he kind of looks in the shield, that this is probably not the Steve Rogers. But I was like, wow, that looks dope. I have to pick him up. I feel like maybe I saw a toy channel who had him, and let me see what year he came out. 2024, last year. So, and I don't remember where I got that Secret Empire book. I don't know if I bought it at Books A Million, or if I bought it at Ollie's, because I know sometimes they'll have some good graphic novels at Ollie's. They usually have DC stuff, not Marvel. But of course, I'm a big Captain America fan, big Hulk fan, and then close third. Who's close third? Maybe Spawn, maybe Spider-Man. I don't know who else. I know there's another close third that I can't think of right now, but Captain America and Hulk are number one, number two. But I'm definitely gonna bust this one out and have fun playing with him. I don't know if he comes with a sidearm like the Captain America Bucky does, since he comes with kind of a hand, because he has a duty belt like the Captain America Bucky does, but I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna bust them out, have fun. And now officially, last but not least, I got the Prowler. So I forgot all about the Prowler from the animated series, and he was at a decent price, really good price. Both of them they were on sale. So I was able to pick him up, and they came in like 2 days. So that was pretty dope. And this came out, what year this came out? I think probably 2020 as well. No, 2024, wow. This is new. I have not seen this in store at all, which is why I'm surprised that it was still available. Now, of course, I'm probably gonna display him with his Prowler mask on. So far, you know, I have, let's see. So I have Prowler, I have Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, Shocker, Lizard, Kraven, and that's it. Wow, why did I think I had more? So again, and I'll probably say this, I do have a Morbius. I know I showed them. Again, I'll put it up here. I don't feel like grabbing it. I'm not sure if that's counts from the animated series. It does look like it, and it does come with the Spider-Man with the 6 arms, which was an episode. If so, then good, I have a Morbius. That'd be dope if they come out with a Blade from the animated series, because technically that was my first that was the first time I seen Blade, was in the animated series before the movie came out in '98, which was what, like 4 years after. So still need a Kingpin, which I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on a Kingpin that I saw on Amazon at a decent price, and I need a Rhino. So I still need a Kingpin, a Rhino. Oh, I have a Carnage and Venom. I don't know if I said that, so I have Carnage and Venom. So I do need a Kingpin and a Rhino. So, oh, and a Scorpion. So Kingpin, Rhino, Scorpion, and Vulture. I think. That's why I might have to, as much as I don't want to, I might have to get Disney Plus to watch the cartoon again so I can see who else I'm missing. But I think I'm good. I think after that, that'll be my Rose Gallery. Like if I got those and I couldn't get anything else again, I'm fine with that. Like there's some figures, like even the reissue of the Playmates of TMNT, like the last wave I got was the not the sports ones. It was the one with the Raph in the spacesuit, the Mikey, the Surfer Mike, and I forgot the other two. That's the last wave. Like, even though I want to get the military wave that came out, which is sold out online, but let's say I never got a wave after that again, I'm fine with what I have. Like, I have the original re-release of the Turtles from like the first Turtles, Casey Jones, Krang, Shredder, Bebop, Rocksteady, April, the Party Wagon, the Technodrome. I'm fine with that. You know, if I didn't, as long as I had that, that's like my little grails of what I have. So that's like one grail that I'm fine, that's kind of complete. This is like my next little grails that I want to complete is Spider-Man animated series. X-Men, again, like I said, I'm putting random stuff of X-Men together. I think it's too late for me to get into the animated series of X-Men because now the figures are costing more. You could find a couple of them, but now they're like, the aftermarket prices are going up, so, but whatever. It is what it is, but I'm still looking for that new April from Holothon, and the Holothons have been trashed, and a lot of the Targets I've been into, either they're not putting them up or they're putting them in like strange corners of the store where you don't even see them. So tomorrow I'll probably be on the lookout because I know, like I said, on the Target website, it's saying it's sold out. So I'm gonna see if I get lucky. That's probably like the last thing because I did pick up a Hunter Leonardo and I picked up a Donatello, and I've been having fun posing those around. Again, if you follow me on TikTok, that's usually where I do a lot of my toy photography, and then I also post it on my Instagram as well. So that's probably like the last thing that I'm really looking for. There's really nothing else out yet that I'm looking for wrestling wise. Like I said, I'm happy with this thing. That's nothing that I was even looking for because there's really nothing out. I'm still looking for that. I'm still looking for six Pac from the Monday Night Wars, which I have not been able to find. And I've been trying to find that Eddie Guerrero with the US Championship, which still haven't been able to find. And I'm willing to pay a little more if I find it like at my local toy shop, because those are two characters that I really want from that old school wave from WCW. So it's worth it to me. And if you're following me on TikTok or Instagram, I finally got the tumbler from Batman Begins or The Dark Knight. And that's the Nolan series is my Batman. It's my favorite Batman. And it took me so long to finally pull the trigger. I was waiting and I got it on sale. It was like $115 before like shipping. It came out to like 120 something. So it was a good deal. It came from the UK. because I got the 89 Batmobile before that, but that was because it was on Amazon and I just saw it and I was like, wow, I'm surprised it's not sold out. So I decided to get it. It was there. It was like 75 bucks, and that was, you know, I was glad I didn't get the Flash Batmobile, which they messed up the canopy, turning it gray. And at least with the 89, McFarlane finally released it with the 89 Batman. So got that. And then I got the animated series Batman, which is weird, or Batmobile, which is weird because I didn't collect the animated series at all, even though I ended up finding a 4-pack for like 50 bucks at Walmart, which came with Batman, Joker, I forgot what the detective's name is, but whatever. And that's only because I kept seeing it at Target, and that was the first Batmobile that lit up. And I'm like, you know what? The animated series is dope. I watched it a lot as a kid, alongside with X-Men and, you know, and Spider-Man. Let me pick it up because I'm never gonna see it again, and I know the aftermarket is gonna be insane. And of course, you don't see those. You see the Joker mobile more than anything, so I'm glad I picked it up. And then I'm not gonna get the Forever or the Batman and Robin Batmobile. I did get the Spin Master 90s looking Spin Master Batman Forever Batman with the 4 figures that came out with the first wave, and I'm fine with that. And if they come out with a Batman and Robin one, I'll get that too. They're like 20 bucks for the Batmobile, and the figures were like 10 bucks. I thought that was pretty cool. But then I bought the Bane, I guess I'll call it the Bane tumbler, and that was just available on Amazon. Like, there was plenty of those, and the tumbler just kept going up and down in price. But then when I saw it finally at a good price, I just pulled the trigger, bam, and it came in. You know, if you go to my, again, Instagram, or I think I posted it on TikTok, or both, and you see that I put a couple of pictures and Captain America in there, and I was just having fun. It's really dope in person. The Batmobile doesn't do it justice with pictures, so it's really gonna look good when it's displayed. So I'm excited to one day finally display it the way it should be. But anyway, that is my weekly toy haul. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know if you picked up anything. I did bump into somebody that recognized me from the video, and I apologize if you're watching this video. It threw me off. You were the first person to ever recognize me from the video, so that just took me by surprise. But if it is me that you're referring to, thank you for subscribing and following, and hopefully, you know, I'll see you again on one of your toy hunts. But anyway, like, subscribe if this is your first time watching the video. Hit those notification buttons, bells, and I hope to see you on the next hunt. And stay safe out there. Happy Easter, and stay safe out there. Peace.